Here we are cruising in the Ford Maverick. This is a Lariat luxury model. I'm doing the lane centering with adaptive cruise control. As you can see, or you might be able to see, yeah, there's not a right shoulder line, there's just a center line. I don't know if it's picking up the edge of the asphalt or the curb, but it will work with just one line. It will work better with two lines, but it will work with one. It will completely stop you. So if this light turns red up here, it'll stop you at a red light, all the way to a full stop, which is nice. Then you can just hit resume. It'll take off lane centering and driving the speed that you have it set at. So here we are getting ready to hit a red light. You can see this car slowing down, so it's slowing down, just turned green. Let's see if it makes it through the intersection. Sometimes if you don't have enough speed, it will need you to touch the steering wheel through the intersection. Looks like we made it through that intersection. Cool. So you have to touch the steering wheel every 14 seconds. If you don't, that little box will come up. After 19 seconds, it'll turn down the radio, start beeping. 24 seconds, it'll say resume control. And then at 30 seconds, if you don't touch the steering wheel, it'll start gently applying the brakes. It'll stop you from 70 down to 5 miles an hour, slowly. I've actually tried it before. There's no cars behind me. Lots of cool features with this. So adaptive cruise control with lane centering. So you can see that car was turning. I knew they were out of the way. So I just hit the gas and it'll actually turn off cruise control, which is nice. So if you see you hit the gas, it turns off cruise control, but lane centering will stay on, which is really nice if you're trying to get your best gas mileage or stay in electric mode as long as possible. You can still do that with the lane centering enabled. So here we got another red light. Looks like this car is getting ready to turn. Nope, they just have a tail light out. So I am not applying the brakes here. Ford is doing it on its own. And then it'll come all the way up here. So you can adjust the distance you want between the car in front of you with this button right here. And so you can see the truck getting closer. Really, that just does it at higher speeds because it'll pull up the same distance to them at a stoplight, regardless of what you have it set at. You know, if you're going slower, it's going to follow them slower, which is kind of cool. They really thought this through. Ford really did well. So I'm going to be going left up here, so I'm going to get the next lane. Yes, it will only stop if there's a car in front of you. So I did say it will come to a complete stop at a red light. It's assuming there's another vehicle in front of you for it to see. So I'm going to click resume here, and then it's driving. I'm not touching the gas or the steering wheel. It's doing its own thing. Made it through that intersection. I'll be taking on the left here. So when you take a turn, the turn signal on it takes off lane centering, but you can see the adaptive cruise control right here is still set. So it's applying the brakes right now until it gets all the way up on this vehicle. Really cool feature. Love the truck. Still figuring it out. I've had it for about 4 months now. Still learning stuff about it, so it's pretty nice. Okay, we're back to lane centering. Looks like we got another red light coming up. Again, we only have one center lane, and it is driving itself. Here, I'll get the camera back, so I'm not. There we go. Okay, you do got to kind of keep close. Okay, so that's resume control. You have to touch the steering wheel. It says resume control, or it will slowly stop you down to 5 miles an hour. If it says canceled, it's no longer lane centering anymore. You have to take over. Resume control, it'll still be lane centering. But you got to touch the steering wheel or it'll gently apply the brakes to a complete stop. So this is really cool. There's different scenarios it does well on interstates and highways. It feels like you're a passenger. You just have to touch the steering wheel every 20 seconds, which is nice. And I'll do another video.
Make sure you come back for part 2. Make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell.
Yep, I'll do another video with windy roads in the country and show you how that works. Really, really cool. See you guys.